Hi everyone at the Clinton-Massie School District, staff members and families may be watching this video. I was really hoping to have this video right after Easter and before you break for the summer, but unfortunately I know how crazy it can get at the end of the school year. I taught for 6 years and I taught industrial arts, and it was crazy trying to get all the grades in and wrap it up and do your inventory and get checked out. That's why I'm doing this webinar broadcast for you individually, so you can see what it'd be like if I was there in person. I wish I was there in person. I'm not, but I hope you do choose to join us during the summer to help you lose and manage your weight. Welcome to the free informational meeting. You should receive 2 attachments along with the email. One of them is a free informational weight management meeting guide, which you want to follow along with this presentation, and the second one is a diet review. The diet review is some of the most popular diets that we now see in America. Look at those. They may be helpful to help you choose what type of diet plan you want to have for yourself, or you may just want to go with the strict calorie one. Whatever you decide, I will help you to create your own individual diet plan. Alright, let's hope they're really quick. Hey everyone, I'd just like to say there are 2 attachments that you should have received, and I hope you're able to open with the email that was sent to you. One is a free informational weight management meeting guide, which would be helpful to use while following this presentation. And the second one, which is a part of the presentation, is a diet review. That's a listing and evaluations of some of the most popular diet plans that are being used now in America and around the world. I will help you come up with your own individual diet plan that you can enjoy doing and make it as easy as possible. Hi, I'm Harry. I'm the founder of Freedom Overweight Program. This presentation being sponsored by the Clinton-Massie Local School District. Special thanks to Mr. Matt Baker, Superintendent, Ms. Carrie Burr, District Treasurer, Ms. Cindy Stinger, RN, District Nurse, Ms. Cindy Vanderhaar, Central Office Administrative Assistant. My job is to help you make Freedom Overweight, Lose It Like You Can Live It plan as easy and enjoyable as possible. Why is it easy and enjoyable as possible? Because I've never quit any lifestyle change that I made it easy and enjoyable as possible. But I have quit all lifestyle changes that were hard and not enjoyable, because I didn't make it as easy and enjoyable as possible. Introductions. If we were in a general meeting like I was hoping to have, this would be time where everybody would go around and do a brief introduction to each other, because I realize in a school district you may not know everybody that works in the district. So if you're sitting around with your family members, introduce yourself to each other. Thanks. Meeting rules. There's always rules, folks. Please read aloud with me. Meeting rule number 1. This is a self-help group. Everything it says in the group stays in the group. And especially when we get into the live webinar meetings, let's keep whatever said there is private. Usually there's not really anything that's shared that personal, but it can happen. So let's respect that, and that's basic rules of any self-help group. Harry and staff are not licensed or trained counselors. Nor is Harry not a licensed medical professional. Nor is Harry not a licensed medical professional. Nor is Harry a licensed dietetic professional. Harry is highly experienced and very good at helping people manage their weight. Number 5, the more you participate, the more results you will achieve. Number 6, please be respectful of meeting times. I realize I live in a real world. I always try to start the meetings on exact moments. Sometimes there are difficulties, as you might imagine, holding a webinar. If for some reason you're late for some reason, please join us. Plus, all these webinar meetings are private. Only people that are involved in the meeting can view the meeting, and after the meeting is stored on my private channel again, which only the people that are involved in my meetings can view the meetings. The intention of this meeting or workshop is not to solve personal problems and help provide personal insight. Please turn your cell phones off. In fact, it's a pretty good rule that when you're in a webinar, to have your cell phone on mute until you're ready to speak. Also, it's nice to have a set of headphones that you would wear, and that would help prevent feedback. Thank you. Please don't forget rule number 8. Harry reserves the right to be wrong. As you notice, this should be rule number 9. Harry also reserves the right to be right. As you'll realize when you watch the webinars, this is not scripted. Yes, I always have topics to talk about, but this will be your meeting, and we'll talk about things that are going on in your life, good, and things that are challenging. And we want to help you have some sort of plan for the next 7 days to make life easier and more enjoyable. What time is it? Well, it's time to watch Harry's 3 minutes of fame.
And a weight loss remedy.
After that report, we got a phone call from Harry Moore of Northside. He wanted to know why we didn't do a report on the right way to lose weight.
He's lost 126 pounds and plans to keep it off forever. We sent Julie O'Neill to see him and find out how.
Look at Harry Moore, walking tall and thin. He's walked a lot of miles since he embarked on a journey 2 years ago at 300 pounds.
My real objective was have a lifestyle change, because I knew if I didn't change my lifestyle that I was going to die 5 to 10 years ahead of my time.
Harry has tried all the diets, including the OptiFast diet Oprah Winfrey made famous in 1988. Now, like Oprah, he advises folks struggling with their weight to forget quick fixes and take the steps he took to permanent weight loss. His first, take responsibility.
So when I weighed 304, I knew it was because of myself. So therefore, when I decided to lose the weight, I accepted total responsibility for losing that weight, which made it a lot easier to do.
Next, he committed to gradual change.
I didn't start walking 60 minutes at first. I only walked 10 to 20 minutes at a slow pace. I didn't take all the food out of my life that I loved. I cut back gradually. When I hit a plateau, I go, well, I got to do something else now. I started drinking water, and I drank 2 liters of water a day at least.
He committed to a learning experience.
I didn't get impatient about it. I learned a lot along the way about food, the proportions, the size to eat, the calorie content, that fat-free doesn't mean calorie-free. And by gaining a lot of knowledge, then you also have a freedom with that.
Finally, Harry got support from a weight loss group to understand his habits.
When I'm in a social gathering, I get nervous, and when I'm nervous, I like to eat. So maybe for a while, until you feel like you're in more control of your eating, you don't go to a social gathering.
Harry reached his ideal weight Saturday. He feels complete, and his journey continues.
Well, my goal is to keep this lifestyle for the rest of my life, and that's why I hope to be more successful at it this time.
Julie O'Neill, Channel 9 News.
Well, congratulations to Harry, and thanks for sharing that with us.
You know, the interesting part about seeing that video and seeing my before picture when that happened, and seeing myself on a picture like this, which I would never look at after I looked at the video, I didn't realize I looked like that. I knew I weighed over 300 pounds at the time. I just didn't know I'd look like that. And this is me. This may not be anybody else. It was a turning moment in my life. I thought to myself, why am I slowly committing suicide by being overweight, by being 139, 40 pounds like I was in this picture? I was going to die 10 to 15 years ahead of time. I didn't have to. I mean, there's a lot of illnesses and disease we get that we just have to go to the doctors and pray for help, and you should go to the doctors to get guidance in losing weight, that's for sure. But I took responsibility, and I did make those small changes, and that gave me, you know, and I've lost my weight and kept it off for over 20 years now. So I gave myself not only 20 years of good health, I also give myself 20 years of good life, because you just don't normally drop dead and have good health. Usually your health is deteriorating over 20 years, and then you died 20 years sooner, or 15 years in this case. So I just wanted to share that personal note about this. Thank you. Freedom Road Weight Program, Lose It and You Can Live It plan. I truly believe if you will allow me to help you to lose it, you can live it. Not only will you lose it, but you'll keep it off the rest of your life, which is the most important thing, of course. About Harry, there should be on your guide sheet, there's a background sheet of me. People tells you what I've done the majority of my adult life. Hope you enjoyed reading it. And if you have any questions about it, please feel free to call or email me. Let's make it as easy and enjoyable as possible. Clinton County weight statistics. These are from U.S. Bureau Census Bureau and the Centers of Disease Control. This is your population, a percentage of people of different ages, and how many of us are overweight. 40% of all teens in your school are at least 25 pounds more overweight. 80% of their adults, of their parents, are overweight, 25 pounds or more. Benefits of having a weight management and motivation program. Hope you enjoyed reading through that. Endorsements from Harry Moore. These are some of the people I've worked with for years. Many of them go back to when I was in Weight Watchers, was a Weight Watcher leader for 15 years. Basic food tracker. This would be a calories only. Again, if you want to do a Weight Watcher plan, that's fine, whichever one you prefer, or any of the other diet plans. Or you want to create one of your own, that's fine. I will support you in that and help you stay motivated. Weekly accountability report. The real main reason Weight Watchers works and other good organizations like that is impartial accountability and support. Impartial accountability comes as somebody else weighs you in. Somebody else looking at that scale. Somebody's writing it down. Now, obviously, I'm not coming to everybody's house on Monday morning to weigh them in, or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. So how do we do it via webinar? It's very simple. We stand on the scale. We take a photograph with our phones or a camera, and you text that to me. I record that for you, so there's your impartial accountability. Support is in the meetings. That's where the real magic happens. That's where we talk about myths. Where we're in the, I often tell people, right now we're in the mayonnaise season. Starting Easter, all the mayonnaise come out. Well, it's really through the summer until about Labor Day, and then all the Halloween candy comes out. Then after Halloween candy, all the Thanksgiving candy comes out. Then the Christmas candy comes out, and then the Valentine's candy comes out, and then the Easter candy comes out, and then the mayonnaise comes out again. So it's a cycle. There's always great challenging things for us, and we learn how to enjoy them and don't feel bad about it. It's stuff that we eat. Weigh-in accountability chart. This is something you'll fill out, and I'll get a record of it. And then that is how we keep track of that for you. Alcohol and nutrition. I don't believe there are any evil, bad, or fattening foods. So yes, you can have alcohol, and there's the calories guidelines for that. And I'm sure we can figure out if you're doing Weight Watchers what points and points plus those things are. Calorie count of foods by restaurants. We want you to eat out. If you'll lose it as you can live it, yes, it's important to eat out. Now, granted, I don't have all the restaurants in the world. I'm expanding this at the time, and there are local restaurants. But basically, meatloaf is meatloaf. So long as you know how many calories 4 ounces meatloaf is, you just determine approximately the size of the piece you ate, and go on and write that down. A good guess is better than no guess. So on your guide, there's an Applebee's and Bob Evans example of how that works. Supplementary calorie food list. You always want to look up labels, or you can actually, these are just generic foods that you can use if you're using a calorie-based program. The diet reviews, again, that should be one of your attachments. Look through that. Some of them you're going to find entertaining. And hopefully it'll help you make a decision on what plan you want to have for yourself. Concerned regarding participating in a live webinar video meetings. Hopefully this will address all your things. Honestly, I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like the way I sound, but I have to be on it. You don't. Whatever degree of comfort you are is what you get to do. You can be involved at every meeting and nobody will ever know you're there if you don't want them to. You use the screen name. You never have to turn on your camera. You never have to turn on your mic. But if you're comfortable doing that, like many of my team members, then you'll want to do that. If not, that's okay. We just want you to be involved in watching and participating in the meetings, even by just emailing in questions are great. Here's our, I'm sorry, the other attachment I'm going to send you is motivational sayings. Should be the third attachment you get. I forgot to mention that up front. I really believe in positive motivation. This is one I like to show when we're in a live meeting. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you become it. That's by William Arthur Ward. And please feel free to use these in your class. Feel free to pass them on to other teachers, other people who would benefit from having and be able to use this slideshow presentation. Now it's time to watch Harry's 5 minutes of fame. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 seconds of fame.
When I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I also learned about its serious connection with cardiovascular disease. I knew I needed to make some major lifestyle changes that would help me manage my type 2 diabetes. I am working with the American Heart Association to lead an educational campaign called The Heart of Diabetes and share tips that have helped me stay in the know and guide me toward a healthier way of living. Keep active, normalize critical health numbers, opt for a healthy lifestyle, and work with a healthcare provider.
I test my blood sugar every day and plan my meals and activities accordingly.
I visit my healthcare provider often.
I take a brisk walk every morning and make healthy food choices.
I'm Dr. Dan Jones, president of the American Heart Association. These people are living proof that type 2 diabetes can be successfully managed. Please see your own healthcare provider, and for more information, visit iknowdiabetes.org.
Well, I told you it was only 5 seconds of fame. It was a lot of fun making that public service commercial for American Heart Association with Randy Jackson and my 2 new best friends, Barb and Janet. Excuse me on that one. It was quite a good experience, and actually something pretty remarkable came out during the taping of that. I'll be glad to share it with you guys in a meeting one time. But it was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy watching that. Okay, please make every effort to attend your next week's meeting. Thanks for attending the Clinton-Massie Local School District Information Meeting. What happens next? What happens next is, if you're interested or you have any questions or concerns, you can call or email me. If you know for sure you want to join the group, that's great. Again, it's 8 free weeks and no obligation. I will not ask for any personal information during that 8 weeks. If you decide to keep going on for 8 weeks, and then you'll have the freedom to give me financial information. You can even email me just a money order every 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks for $20. That will never change. There is no joining fee, no yearly fee. So I appreciate any questions and concerns that you have. Please address me and share this with your family members. If you can get some of your family to do it with you, trust me, the success of both of you will be a lot better. Thanks. My job is to help you make freedom from overweight, lose it like you'd like it plan, as easy and enjoyable as possible. Why is easy and enjoyable as possible? Because I've never quit any lifestyle changes I made as easy and enjoyable as possible. But I have quit all lifestyle changes that were hard and not enjoyable, because I didn't make it as easy as possible. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.